let's talk about will Stranger Things ever be returning? But it looks like Little Boo will be there.
Die-in has appeared. The only thing you have is just drinking booze.
Nice.
120-minute wait. They're building something inside the arcade.
Okay guys, we're back at Universal Studios Florida. It's time for another Halloween Horror Nights 2025 update. It's a beautiful day out right now. There's like a tropical storm or something happening. So we can talk about there's drama with the Great Britain project for Universal Studios. Stranger Things is returning to HHN this year, but not in a domestic park, in an international park. So what does that mean for the future of Stranger Things returning? We got construction updates. They've revealed info about what some of the scare zones are now. And guys, I just want to thank you guys. We have hit 75,000 subscribers. We were halfway to the first reveal. If you didn't know, we are so close to kind of like dethroning the official HHN YouTube channel. Half of you guys currently are not subscribed who watch the videos. We have a little challenge now. If we hit 76,000, we're gonna have a reward to show you guys, 78,000 and then 80,000. So I own one of the largest HHN collections in the world. So I'm gonna reveal like a jaw-dropping artifact to you guys every single one of those tiers that we hit. Like your mind is gonna be blown. I promise it'll be worth the wait, but we got this. We're gonna dethrone the official HHN channel. So on that note, it's time to talk about the Halloween Horror Nights shirt of the day, right? This is gonna be Halloween Horror Nights 2023, Stranger Things, Season 4 with Vecna and everything. And then we got the hat, the Hellfire Club hat. On the back it says Halloween Horror Nights 2023, and then kind of the same logos underneath. Let's roll the commercial.
Thanks for paying attention, Jordy.
Sorry.
Alright, just skip to exactly 32 seconds in the video.
Jeez, another conspiracy theory? There's no hidden stuff in the park. Let me text Jordan. Okay, I gotta go. Ava's almost here. You good? Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Escape Vecna's curse. Stranger Things. Only at Universal's Halloween Horror Nights.
All the mist is being like pushed this way. It looks like it's all fogged up. I am drenched. I haven't even gotten inside the park right now. The lights are still on. They're just teasing us every time we come in. We see all these lights on, but I want to see it during the nighttime. How does it look? Now over here is kind of the bubble wand activation points. They used to have stickers down there to show you guys where to stand, but now they kind of have these to tell you what to do. But yeah, if you have your specialty universal bubble wand, each kind of window will have a different kind of experience that happens. The Jurassic one is really cool. But if you have it, pop over the window and activate them.
Okay, so the first scare zone announcement just happened for the origins of horror. Enter a decaying conservatory, Twisted Vines, where artists carve tribute to Halloween Horror Nights 34. You'll encounter monstrous crows, gargoyles, and more. So I believe this is rumored to be front scare zone that you first walk into, because Ramon said this. First scare zone announcement of the season. You're gonna follow Sergio's voice and heed his warning. The origins of horror are on the prowl. So it makes sense you walk into the park and that's what you'll be experiencing first, and then within there, I think then you will go into the next scare zone, which we'll go over in a second. All right, we're hiding underneath the brown derby little awning right now. So let's talk about a scare zone that just got announced.
It's heavily rumored to be right over here. That's why we have all the lights, you know, to kind of help highlight the party. It's gonna be happening, and it's gonna be interesting to see some vampires running around attacking people. The vampire scare zones are always a lot of fun.
Okay, so the second scare zone announcement is for Masquerade. Dance with Death. You're invited to a masquerade ball where bloodthirsty vampires lurk behind ornate disguises. When their masks fall, you'll become their prey.
Now let's talk about the podcast studio.
Podcasts are kind of MIA. Normally we have an HHN podcast by now. I really hope we get one because like it kind of fleshes out some of the backstory to the houses. That's why those little podcasts are kind of important. It is just downpouring right now. Well, speaking about downpouring, the United Kingdom. bad news for the Great Britain Park that they're trying to build right now. The news posted this.
We don't know where we're going to live. It really is a nightmare, you know, it's sleepless nights kind of stuff.
While the excitement about the new theme park seems universal, hidden right in the middle of the plans are these houses on Manor Road.
Residents here say they've been left in the dark. The plans have gone in, but Universal is yet to contact them to tell them what to expect.
I had a knock at the door from a man and said he'd like to talk to me about buying my house. So I explained to him that actually I didn't really want to leave, and if I did, I wouldn't be considering anything until at least they had planning approved. That was when he said to me, well, if you're going to be difficult, we could always put the entrance to the park in the drive opposite your house.
None of us are against Universal. We are all very, very much for this. Okay, it is brilliant for the area, but we need our voices to be heard. Brought my children up here. We have nice memories. We're not going to be bulldozed by a load of bullies to get out of here. And if we are going to be bulldozed, give us compensation.
Universal told us they won't comment on the situation facing the Manor Road residents.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
a beautiful
Florida summer, nice and rainy and beautiful today.
My vacation's ruined. It's raining out right now.
You know, this is what HHN's like.
We're popping in a 5 and dime now. See if anything's restocked. Extra larges are sold out for the Terrifier shirt. Just extra small up to large. Okay, so in 5 and dime, they brought over all the Epic Dark Universe merch. They did restock the main stained glass. So if you come up to the register, you can purchase it here. Then they have all the pieces still to collect. They've restocked all the sizes for the Jason Universe house. Now above the dark room, you're gonna see truss work with lights on top of it. That's new. It is just a gross, dreary day here. Mel's is rumored to have some sort of experience popping up. The main Mel's neon is off. The R and the I are pink, right? And then everything else says die-in, right? For the Mel's die-in. Die-in has appeared at Mel's. Yep, they were 100% testing the die-in because look, this is how the sign is normally supposed to look. If you look, everything is illuminated. The Mel's and the drive-in, but they were testing die-in on the other side. All right, over here at the TV. What's behind all the mystery tape? What do you think it is?
My guess, my one guess, Halloween Horror Nights.
You think it says the logo underneath there?
Maybe.
The electrical has been kind of zip tied in and hooked up for when the TVs get put in there. And then the same thing over there. You got the plants next to it. Transformers the Ride. 120-minute wait. But don't worry, Villain Con is only a 5-minute wait. Over here, you know, we saw the speakers pop up, but now it's all been covered up. It looks like there's a way to kind of bolt something in right there. It's like a little circle area. So there might be a prop or something bolted in. So I think something will be placed there. And then over here again, we saw them kind of move the dirt around. Again, there's a spot to kind of mount something right there in the center. And then same thing over here. We have some tarping. There's some wood over there. There's something happening underneath here. But again, there's a spot. So something will be mounted here and then 2 spots over there. They tore out some bushes or trimmed it. You can see all the electrical now over there. This used to be hidden. They've been going to town. Yeah, all the electrical is being run through this whole area. All right, so over here, remember last time we were here, we saw all the electrical. It's like a snake nest over there. But they're running the electrical now through here, and it's going to continue down there. So let's go see where it ends. But then over here, okay, so remember we saw the electrical box put up. Now the cables are again running all the way down here along the fence, looping around here. What is going on with all this electrical? Yeah, see, it's looped back there and then it goes all the way down there. All right, so all the electrical over the roof, along the fence line. Now it's down here. Let's follow it. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Okay, we're gonna take a left turn and then we're gonna keep following it this way. It's all covered up so no gas trip on it. And then it leads to right here. Danger, electrical equipment, authorized personnel only. High voltage. So it's chilling there, and then it looks like the truss and all the lighting has now been plugged in to the electrical. Oh yeah, it's all plugged in now. Okay, so then all the electrical we saw over there, remember going around the little caricatures, see if we come over here. Yeah, see, it was looping around the building, okay? It's now looped to right there. It's now covered up because this is where guests can walk. Universal doesn't want anyone tripping. And then it's connected to the truss work right here with the lights. So we have the electrical running to this truss work and then the other electrical running to that truss work. Then we still have this massive kind of stage. We have no idea what's going on with it. But it says do not climb over all the truss work. So there's been no electrical run to this truss work yet. All right, so next to the facade, we have a little bit of movement. As you know, this is rumored to be the dollhouse facade. They've added on the roofing to it, and they've also added truss work all over the place. They got truss right there, truss right there, truss right there, all for the lighting for the queues. But we now have part of the roof has been installed. So they're replacing pretty much the entire bridge, it looks like. It looked like that yesterday, and then now it looks like this. And then you can see all the different materials right back there. They're gonna have to finish this before HHN. Universal Studios Japan just released this awesome commercial for this year.
いつだって笑顔を絶やさずみんなの期待に応えていく。それこそが正しい生き方だと信じて。違う。人生にはまともじゃいられない日が必要だ。
正気なんかをしないユニバーサル・スタジオ・ジャパン。
I hope that Universal Studios Orlando gets a commercial like that. So we're over by rumored nightmare fuel. We have this electrical going across. Where is it leading to? We're on the hunt. Goes behind the trash cans, goes through the bushes. Where does it end up? Still going through the bushes, so we gotta keep continuing. The electrical cables are still going this way. We're getting close. I guess it leads over to here. They've trimmed this all back too, but now you can see all this area. So yeah, the wires are going this way. There we go. Okay, so all the wires lead back to this kind of tangled mess. This is the freestyle machine and then a little popcorn cart right there. So the electrical running all the way from Nightmare Fuel goes all the way back to right here. There's this mystery crate that's appeared. No, it's a wooden crate. What is in there? I know someone at maintenance is watching this video right now and they're just laughing at us. But yeah, all the electrical goes back there. But what is this? Because the electrical could run all the way that way. Then they put a food booth right there. That's the theory for right now. This is like Universal's version of Tron. It's just taken forever to build. They're painting the trim now. The Amity bathrooms are still slowly getting there. There's really no movement on the truss work, but there is some big movement. All the food booths for Amity have been removed. The funnel cake and hot dog food booth that was right here is gone. So I'm guessing because they've taken these out, we can finally start to build these air zones. They still have all the electrical back here that were being used for the food booths, but the other food booth right here is also gone. So there's no more themed food booths for Amity. The Jaws summer seems to be officially over. They still have the Amity boat still here, so I'm guessing this photo op might disappear. So Universal just announced this crazy experience coming next year. Okay, so Comcast, NBC Universal, and the Franklin Institute have announced Universal Theme Parks, the exhibition, a first of its kind immersive and interactive experience that explores the creativity and storytelling behind Universal destinations and experiences themed entertainment, set to open February 14th, 2026 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The groundbreaking exhibition spans 18,000 square feet and features 8 themed galleries and over 100 original artifacts from fan favorite attractions including Jurassic World, DreamWorks Animation How to Train Your Dragon, Universal Monsters, and more. The exhibit offers a special inside look at the storytelling, innovation, and world building behind Universal's legendary creations, from the world famous studio tour exclusive to Universal Studios Hollywood to the most recent launch of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort, and the largest, most technologically advanced theme park to open in the US in decades. From animatronics, robotics, and ride design to costuming and special effects, guests will explore the artistry, creativity, and technology behind the thrills and chills of the award-winning Universal theme parks. The galleries will delve into the creative world of storyboard artists, animators, game designers, visual effects artists, and prop masters for a rare glimpse into the universe of innovation driven by talented teams that push the boundaries of themed entertainment and shape the future of epic experiences. So the exhibition features Step into Action, a fully immersive experience that puts you inside the magic of Universal's greatest attractions. Unleash your inner creator, build coasters, design monster masks, and program animated figures using the real theme park tools and technology. Get up close
with the icons. You ride vehicles, props, and more from fan-favorite attractions like Jurassic World and Universal Monsters. See the stars. Pose with costumes of your favorite characters like Toothless, Poe, Tigress, and Gingy from Universal's live shows. Explore the tech behind the thrills. Discover the science, storytelling, and effects that power the parks. Strike a pose. Snap photos with real props and themed environments. If you look closely, you will see Little Boo. It looks like they're going to have a Halloween Horror Nights exhibit, so I'm interested to see what props they're going to pull out of the archive, but it looks like Little Boo will be there. I cannot wait to see all the props and everything that they've had and the archives and concept art and all that stuff.
I don't remember this. During your tour today, you will get wet. Now don't worry, skippers are still here, keeping you safe here in Amity. They wear ponchos now. Is this Brody approved poncho?
I hope so.
We heard a rumor, a twister came through last night and took up only the quick service food stands. Where are you guys gonna eat now here in Amity?
I don't know, this is truly a disaster. This is truly like an earthquake, like the big one came through. I mean, I don't know what happened. Amity 3 is gone. I mean, it's sunk, I guess.
The only thing you have is just drinking booze.
Nice.
So we're here in New York and they're running some crazy electrical up here by Louis.
Oh my gosh. Really thought they would have used the newer stuff, but let's see what's going on inside the arcade. As you know, they shut it off the other day. It doesn't look temporary. It looks pretty permanent for right now. Now there's two rumors circulating around. Number one, tribute store. Number two, an immersive Five Nights at Freddy's experience. I think the first one might be more correct. It's all fogged up. You can't see inside. Let's see if there's anything inside the Mummy gift shop. Inside the Mummy gift shop we go. We just heard like grinding in there. Something's happening. They're building something inside the arcade. Okay, so now let's talk about the Stranger Things house for Singapore and the whole house list and scare zone list. And then a little later in the video, we'll talk about how that affects Universal Studios Orlando and everything.
Who's ready for HHN 13 at Universal Studios Singapore? The event will feature Stranger Things. When the clock strikes 13, Hallows Night arrives, and so will every ghoul, creature, and demon filled with a hunger for human souls. With every tick, a new hellscape emerges. With every talk, demons creep closer to claim your soul. Here, your fate lies in the hand of time, and survival is just an illusion. Whether you've descended into the upside down, gotten lost in the twisted wonderland, or gambled your life at the carnival of death, will you escape the final chime, or will time seal your fate? So the first house announced is Singapore's most haunted build to horror. A demonic sensei's dark ritual has corrupted a new neighborhood, turning it into a living hell. Will you vanish in its endless corridors, fall to the hoarders' chaos, or be turned into an inhuman snack? And then you're gonna have Netflix's Stranger Things. Face the Mind Flayer, flee demidogs, and confront Vecna's curse in his twisted domain. Will you survive or be swallowed whole in the new experience of the hit Netflix show? And then the other houses are still waiting to be announced, but then there's also the scare zones that have gotten announced. The Fear Ground and the Realm of Yokai.
We're heading off the City Walk now.
No construction happening today because it's so wet out, but the big pile of dirt is just getting soaked now. But yeah, there's been no movement on the construction of the rumored family coaster. So my buddy at Adventures with David, he does great work. He posted Universal Horror Nights, Blumhouse, Terra Tram, and Jason Universe updates. So here we can get a look at, again, the facade of what we'll be walking through for the Terra Tram. Here you can see the foliage that's been added to the Jason Universe house when you're first walking in. They're also starting to build the pathways for the Terra Tram when you're going through the War of the Worlds set. Looks like plywood's been dropped off, so they're slowly working on it. But bad news for Blumhouse. Blumhouse is undergoing layoffs in film and television, so it's not a good sign.
Okay, let's pop into the Super Nintendo World store. You know, we got to go over a new section of merchandise. All right, let's go over kind of this section. Hey, Luigi, we've returned $63 for a Luigi plush. $63. Nintendo is making their money. Now, if you would like a Mario, this Mario can do the splits for you. He's also $63. $63 for a plush. And then over here, they're promoting the power-up bands. I do love this little detail, how inside the pipe they've added different lands and different attractions throughout Super Nintendo World. So there's a bunch of different bands. We have the Diddy Kong, we have the Donkey Kong, we have the Yoshi, we have the Toad, we have the Daisy, the Peach, and then the Luigi and the Mario. And then after 1 year of the park being open, we will be getting the Golden Mario power-up band. Now the great thing about these is there's no battery inside, so they're not going to go bad, but you do need these to really enjoy Super Nintendo World. If you do not have a power-up band, you're not going to get the full experience. I want to know, if you bring the Donkey Kong or Diddy Kong Power-Up Band to Universal Studios Hollywood. Will they work? Are they even in the system out there? Because you're supposed to be able to take these to any one of the Super Nintendo World. If anybody is coast to coast, let me know. We have some popcorn buckets. First fill is free, then each refill is going to be $2.19. So you're going to have the Superstar popcorn bucket for $39.99. It does say Super Nintendo World on the strap. Now this one is awesome. It's Mario on his cart. On the strap you'll have Luigi, kind of all the different characters that you run into. Really good design with this popcorn bucket. I think the popcorn, yeah, the popcorn goes right back there. You can just take off the straps. It looks like a really good solid vinyl like display piece. They do have a refillable drink bottle, $39.99. You're gonna have little mushrooms. So you're gonna have one that's red, then you're gonna have one that's green. They are working on all the moving walkways here at City Walk. Slowly getting there. Look at all the dust filled up right there. Floor number 4 is all like blocked off. All right, so we parked over at Kong. It is, it's pouring everywhere.
Okay, on that note, let's go back to the office. Okay guys, we're back in the office. Let's talk about, will Stranger Things ever be returning to the States for Halloween Horror Nights? So the answer is potentially. So right now, last year the rumor was that it was a 2-year contract with Six Flags, for Fright Fest to have Stranger Things at that park. We all know how last year went. I don't know if the contract ended this year because it was such a bad experience last year. We're just gonna have to wait and see if they announce the return. I have a feeling they might have lost it because it was an utter disaster for Stranger Things. I know Netflix was really upset when the videos were coming out. I didn't cause a lot of chaos at all with those videos that I posted. They definitely didn't get sent around Hollywood. All the studios were pretty pissed at Six Flags last year with just how their IPs were presented last year. So Stranger Things, it was rumored to be a 2-year contract with Six Flags. And then after that would be 2026. This year in November, the last season of Stranger Things comes out. So I could see potentially another Stranger Things house returning to Halloween Horror Nights. I don't know if it's next year, the year after that. There's a good chance because of the partnership between Universal and Netflix that Netflix wants another quality project for Stranger Things, and they will be returning probably 1 year to HHN. We have a ton of HHN updates coming this week. All the scare zones are going to be announced. So on that note, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button and join the family.
We love the family!
Because I'm going to keep you up to date on all things Universal Studios and Halloween Horror Nights around the country. I love you all, and I'll see y'all very soon.
Kevin!
The only thing you have is just drinking.
Booterade? Nice.